morning. I swear a lot.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Limbus Company. So, we've got some stuff to do today. First of all, Battle Pass rewards. There's something here very nice looking that I want to grab. Just want to see what that is. Ooh.
이 몸이 직접 손봐야겠느냐.
Oh, that's really cool. I like that a lot. Binds. Very nice. That's the first, serious one we've gone with Otis since her original, because Holiday is a very good ego attack. I like it a lot, but it is a bit of a joke, or it feels like a bit of a joke. I'm guessing this is a fucking thing from Ganto 6. Honest to God, when I saw the little symbol, I thought it was Otis in a more ridiculous fucking maid outfit. Don't know what that's all about, but yeah, that's the thing. Doesn't really mean much to me right now, but the fucking ego does. Let's have a little look at the ego, shall we? Binds. Let's have a look. Before attack gain highest, pride or sloth resin, is that -2? Attack weight max 2. Okay, so it can hit a maximum of 2 people? Oh, does it have a base of 5 attack weight, but it can gain an additional 2? If so, that's pretty good. For the next 3 turns, lose 10 SP at every turn end. Alright. Inflict 4 tremor, trigger amplitude conversion into tremor fracture. Converts tremor on already converted tremor on target to a different type of tremor potency, and count values do not change over the conversion. When staggered, and when the sum of tremor potency and count adds up to 20 or higher, raise stagger level by 1. Cannot exceed maximum stagger level with this effect. Okay, so it's all stagger based. That's much the same way, similar, just mostly indiscriminate and whatever. After attack from this unit, if the target is staggered or defeated, gain +1 pride ego resource and +1 ego resource for 1 other random affinity 3 times per turn. More affinities, very nice. Sadly, I haven't really leaned into Tremor yet, so it's not really something I know anything about. I really want Goth Gregor. I really want Goth Gregor, I do. I really want Castlevania Gregor. Desperately. Please give me Goth Castlevania Gregor. It's not looking good, but I'm still gonna click through them one by one, despite how much... Oh, that's why I do this!
너도 그 놈을 잡으러 온 건가? 아니면 그치? 이 몰락을
Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's the sickest. Every single time people have said, why don't you just skip through? That's why. That's why. Just for that one moment alone, despite the millions of occasions in which I've clicked them one by one and fuck all has happened, it was all worth it for that. For that alone, I'm so happy. I'm not saying you guys are wrong to ask me to skip through them, but for me, it was entirely worth it for this moment. That is incredible. Oh, Gregor, my boy. You've never looked so fucking cool. Oh. What?
다음 세상으로 넘어가려면 자, 여기구나.
What the fuck? Holy crap. Holy shit! Dimension Shredder Honglu! No, I swear, I don't, but I feel like Project Moon is finally rewarding my dedication for clicking them one by one. That's insane. That's nuts. Holy crap. I was genuinely wondering if we were going to go 3 for 3 for a second there. I kind of held my breath. 2 for 2 is absurd. For me, I guess. Maybe you guys have gotten it before, perhaps it's not that big a deal, but for me, that was everything I could have ever wanted. Yeah, I don't care if I don't get a new one out of these. I truly don't. I got mine. Yeah, that's totally fine. Wow. Okay. Alright. I need a moment to just recover from that. Holy shit. Future me play that Captain Hulk clip, you know the one.
Vindication!
Okay, right, well, let's just have a little look, shall we? Just a little teeny tiny gander at Edgar Family Heir. God, he's cool. Oh my god. And it's syncing, which means when I'm planning, by the way, I don't know if I've said this on camera yet, but I'm planning to run a syncing team for fucking Kanto 6. right? So I'm gonna get the butlers in there, and I guess I'm gonna get fucking Edgar Family Gregor in here as well, because he's a sinking applier. Oh, sorry, let's go back. Inflicts 3 sinking, yeah, pretty standard. Same slash, very cool. I mean, it just is. Ramiz, Clash Win, inflict +1 sinking count. On hit, the target has 5+ sinking, gain 1 haste next turn. On hit, inflict 3+ sinking count. Okay. Nightmare Hunt. They really leaned into the Bloodborne, didn't they? Like, the Bloodborne and the Castlevania, I want to specifically, those two. Because he looks a lot like fucking Dracula from the animated series in this image. He really fucking does. Clash Power +1 for every 3 sinking count on target. Max 2, but that's still quite good. Attacks after attack, the target is staggered, inflicts 3 sinking count. After attack, the enemy is defeated, inflict 3 sinking count on 1 random enemy. Sinking, sinking, sinking. Absorb 10 sinking from the target and gain 1+ coin boost and 1 damage up next turn. 50% chance to gain the above effects without absorbing sinking. Oh my god. Endless Nightmares. Combat start, gain 1 damage up and 1 fragile for every 5 SP difference between combat start and the last turn start. Max 5. Deal 1% more damage for every sinking potency on target. Max 20%. That's quite high. Combat start. One ally with the least SP loses 7 SP and then gains 1 gloom damage up. Now, I get the impression that Edgar Family Gregor is probably pretty good. These numbers are looking pretty decent. There's a lot of coins going around, and the sinking application is definitely here. But let me be clear, I don't care if he's shit. If you, because you know, you guys do know more about this, I absolutely concede to you on this. But if you guys are like, yeah, unfortunately, Edgar Family Gregor just isn't very good. He's very cool, but he's not very good. I'm gonna run him anyway. And I don't think anyone will blame me for that, because look at him. He's fucking sick. That is possibly my favorite from this early stage. You know, I can't really review the ID before I've used it, right? But already I might have a new favorite. And I'm so happy it's on Gregor as well, because he's my boy. I desperately want to run Kurokumo Clan Captain Gregor. I know he sucks, but I want to run him because I like how he looks. Maybe someday. I don't know. Once I've beaten all the Kantos, I'll have more time to play around, I think. But yeah, Honglu, Dimension Shredder. God, that's cool. Because, yeah, they've gone into the whole Love Town thing as well here. Targets the rearmost unit in regular encounters. So, like, Snag Harpoon. Before attack, gain +3 charge count, gain 2 haste next turn. On hit, inflict 1 fragile and 2 dimensional rift. At the end of the turn, gain rupture count by this effect's amount, then remove this effect. Okay. I bet the corrosion for this one is fucked. It must be that, I guess. I don't know. Attacks the unit with the most HP. So it's not actually indiscriminate. For attack, gain haste, spend 10 charge to inflict 1 fragile and dimensional rift with a skill, and on hit, inflict 1 fragile and 3 dimensional rift. When hitting an enemy with negative status effects, this unit gains 1 charge count. Okay, max +4 per turn. When HP falls to 0 for the first time during battle, spend all charge and heal in proportion to the amount spent. Cannot heal over 25% max HP. So you gain charge count like a motherfucker, presumably, and you get a free res, a free get back up. That's astoundingly good, surely. Once again, feel free to correct me on this because I'm only assuming, but surely that's fucking amazing if you're running like a charge team. I need to look into a charge team as well. There are so many things I need to look into. I'm very excited for it. Oh, those are both Favs. Oh, well, it's gotta be fucking Dimension Shredder. It's just cooler. It's fine, we're not running Honglu at the moment anyway. He's on the bench. People said that the one who grips would probably be a better support passive. There was a little bit of back and forth on that in terms of the overall discussion, but I figure yes, because Whistles does provide Sinclair with Fanatic, which is useful for him. But I do agree that the combination of Yi Sang and Faust might be a bit too much SP healing, which means I might actually get a different Yi Sang support. Let's see what I can find. See, Observational Eye would be good, but are we running much Gluttony in this team? And none there. Yeah, it wouldn't work then. Okay, fair enough. That's just crit based, doesn't mean anything for us. +1 poise count from skills. Well, none of our skills gain poise count. Discards a skill. Okay, well, we can't do that, can we? That's just not a thing we do. All right, I'll leave it as is for now, and I'll evaluate and readjust as the Kanto goes on. But we're not actually done with the new IDs today, ladies and gentlemen. No, we're not. There's actually one more thing we need to get. You see, I finally have 400 Faust ego shards.
어서 오세요. 주문은 이쪽에서 받겠습니다.
Mint? 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 Why is that funny? It's not funny, but... Look at his stupid face. Mint? God, I love Yi Sang so much. But this wasn't what I was expecting for the art, I have to admit, but I could see... I don't know, is she just like the fucking cafeteria lady for 7 Association, but also happens to be really fucking strong? Kind of like a concealed weapon kind of agent, where they're like, oh yeah, she's just the lunch lady, and then like, they're like, okay, we need someone, like we've got a real big job coming up, call in Faust. And then she goes in and deals with them. Mint? I finally have 7 Faust. I finally have 7 Faust. I've wanted this for so long. Finally got it. Predictive analysis on hit, inflict 3 rupture. Dissect target, heads hit, inflict 3 rupture. On hit, if target has 6+ rupture, inflict weakness, analyze. Profiling and styling. On use, deal plus 10% damage for every 3 rupture on target. Max 20% on hit, inflict 3 rupture. After attack, if target is staggered or defeated, gain 1 haste, 1 slash power up next turn. Still seems alright. Before the tea cools. When attacking a target with a damage type, the target is weak or fatal, resistance less than 1, to gain 1 poise for each rupture on target before the attack. Oh, weak or fatal 2, gain 1 poise. Okay, yeah, I just read that weird, but sure. Okay. When allied with the fastest speed, deals more damage based on the target's rupture when attacking with a damage type that the target is fatal, resistance less than 1.5 times 2, plus 1.5% per 1 rupture. Max 15%. Okay, seems alright. I don't know if that... I'm less sure if this is good, but it seems in line with, like, just general 7 stuff, so I'm happy. And I've heard that she is very good. So I'm thrilled. I'm pleased. I'm happy. I've wanted that for so long. Yeah, I'm just gonna save my XP vouchers until I need them, right? Like, if we get a 7 Sinner fight and you know, Purgaschnack does not happen, then I'll level up Honglu and we'll go from there. But for now, we'll just continue as we were going to, as we're gonna. But boy, has it been eventful, and we haven't even started continuing yet. We gotta go see the horrible pirates, and Ishmael's gotta stab another one through the forehead with what I must admit was excellent form. Like, I'm not a weapons guy, so if an actual weapons guy saw it, he might be like, well, her foot was in the wrong place, etc, etc. But she, like, crouched and thrust with it, and that's why it went through his fucking forehead, because she did the right stance and had the force to put behind it. So you can tell she's pretty fucking experienced with a javelin, not just throwing it, but using it as a melee weapon, which might be evidenced by the Captain Ishmael ID. I don't know. We'll see. The location. Nice one. The location, as marked by the pirate's blood, led us to the entrance of a club. Faint music could be heard echoing out from behind the doors, and it is just bass. Actually, I can hear some drums. Fair enough. So, how do we get in? I think I know how we get in. Let me do a quick prediction, right? Just, you know, just for fun, really. We're gonna get to the door, they're gonna be like, you can't come in, and we're all gonna discuss it for 5 minutes, and then Ishmael's gonna go, oh my god, and stab the guard, and we're gonna go in. Or punch the guard. She might knock them unconscious. That's just my prediction. Let's have a look. So this is the place?
우리 중에 이런 요란한 클럽 가본 사람?
I gotta be honest, the only person here who I would thought would frequent clubs would be you, Rhodia, because you're kind of like a social butterfly, go out, have fun kind of person. Everyone else here is kind of a nerd, so I thought it would be you. If you haven't, then we have exactly no experience with this whatsoever.
굳이 우리 중에 고르자면은 당신 말고는 어울릴 만한 사람이 없어 보이는데.
Right. It's not just me. It's not just me. I thought it too.
그거 편견이야. 우리 뒷골목에는 이렇게 화려한 술집은 거의 없었어.
Thought she got around to a couple extravagant bars and such. She could get away with it.
장사가 잘 될 리가 없었잖아. 그치?
Of course, I guess the question is, did Rhodia go straight from murdering that tax person, leaving the back streets, immediately going to Limbus Company, or did she have adventures between those times? We don't. I say we don't know, maybe we do and I've just forgotten, but I don't think we know that at this time.
뭐 뒷골목에서 몰래 벌이는 파티 같은 건 있었지만 그럴 때마다 소냐가 매번 귀신같이 알아채서 잡아왔었지.
God, he's such a nerd. So, why are we talking about this?
모르겠어, 단테. 입구에 경호원들이 있잖아.
I think Gregor was hoping that at least one of us would have the suave and the charm to just kind of talk our way in. I don't think we will. There's no fucking way.
몇 명이서 오셨죠?
Many.
2명. 섭섭하네. 나 기억 안 나? 명단에도 올려져 있는데.
Your outfit is fucking ridiculous. I know it's supposed to be like a sailor, but it somehow looks terrible.
죄송합니다. 확인했습니다. 보시죠.
Imagine how humiliating it must be to have to be like, sorry, to someone wearing a faux sailor outfit. Like, not an actual sailor's outfit. That's the clear distinction. Not a sailor, a fake sailor outfit.
저것 봐. 뭔가 쑥덕거리면서 물어보잖아. 자연스럽게 저걸 뚫어야 한다는 건데.
Should clarify that lady may have been a sailor. I don't know, because they might just dress differently in Project Moon, or in the city. But to me, she looked fucking ridiculous.
그럼 그 다음으로 많이 갈 만한 사람은?
Yeah, mate, scan our fucking group and see who you think could talk their way into a club.
어? 뭐야? 나?
Keithcliff's too antisocial. Also, he's British, and he's like stereotypically British, which means he would go in a pub, not a club. This would not be his scene, I can just tell. Maybe it is, maybe I'm wrong. But from what I know right now, this doesn't seem like his scene.
무슨 말 같지도 않은 소리야. 죽을래?
Heathcliff, that was completely unnecessary. I picture people just going up to him and being like, hey, Heathcliff, how you going? He's like, you want to die? It's like, alright.
나라면 어느 정도는 칭찬으로 받아들일 것 같은데, 히스?
그런가?
No, absolutely not.
뭐 기다릴 깨버리게 되어서 아쉽지만 난 좀 더 피와 땀과 의리로 섞여 있는 그런 조직 출신이라서 말이야.
So what you're saying is you can't dance?
아쉽지만 저런 삐까뻔쩍한 곳보다는 허름한 탁자에서 마시던 낡은 술집이 내겐 더 가까워.
Called it.
나
No one asked Ryoshi. Let me be clear.
음악과 함께 울려 퍼지는 비명들, 피범벅 벽지, 꺾여있는 관절로 춤을 추는.
I mean, look, if we send Ryoshi, we will get in. One way or another.
아 그런 거는 클럽이 아니야.
It's a type of club, it's just not this club.
역시 아무도 없는 건가?
가보았다.
You know what? I laugh, but if anyone could... I mean, really, if anyone could, like, stride right in and just kind of walk through without really ruffling any feathers, it would actually be Merceau. He is a chameleon. He can adapt to any situation. Yeah, no, I believe it.
다소 자주.
Quite often. Wait, for fun? Hang on, I need more answers. Everyone shush, let him keep talking.
농담이지. 농담이 아니다. 왜 그렇게 생각하는지 모르겠군.
I never tell jokes.
인생에서 즐길 거리를 찾으러 돌아다닐 무렵에 방문한 곳 중 하나일 뿐이다.
Huh. Interesting.
저 클럽의 절차를 관찰해보니 프라이빗 클럽으로 보인다. 프라이빗 클럽은 방문하기 전 입구에 서 있는 문지기들의 허가를 받아야 입장이 가능하다.
Indeed. But you have a plan, right?
문지기들은 대체로 평균 이상의 덩치를 소유하고 있었으며 무기 또한 소유하고 있다.
Typically, yes, especially in a world where people can have, like, modifications and chainsaw weapons and shit.
이들 사이를 무사히 지나가려면
일반적인 클럽이라면 그게 맞는 말이겠지만
To be fair, this is a good time for her to weigh in. Because, like, we're getting to a point where it's like, okay, we have someone who knows about clubs, and she's like, yeah, but this is a different club. Like, it looks like a lot of the clubs you've been to, but this is a different place with different people. So there might be nuances that we're not aware of. This, and I'm not going to harp on about this, I swear to you, but this is what I wanted her to do in the last scene, and she didn't. So that's why I'm, like, kind of jumping on this a little bit.
이스?
Yes, let her talk. Let her talk. Do it. Oh, for fuck. Okay, never mind. Look, whatever. Just let her do it. It's fine.
이곳은 조직의 보스가 있는 공간. 당연히 일반적이지 않은 방식으로 입장하지 않는 방식도 있을 테고.
Okay, sorry. I thought she was literally gonna stride up to one of the bouncers and say "fuck off." Like I thought she would. And I could have sworn she did that just to spite me. But no. It's not happening. It's fine. So what she's saying is, do we necessarily have to go in through the front door, right? Like, especially considering this meeting is almost guaranteed to turn violent, it would still be better to get inside without risking violence. You know, get to the boss, presumably smash his teeth in, get the hostage. We might have to fight our way out, but we've got a lot of people, you know. Some can stay and fight, some can escort the person out and then beat a retreat. It's a thing we can do.
그 답도 조직원에게 있겠죠.
Ah, interesting.
단순하지 않나요?
Everything's easy enough when you've got a lure team.
어떻게 오셨죠?
Your mother.
저는
Use my line, Ishmael, trust me. Everyone will laugh, like they definitely just did.
저는 퀵해그의 친구예요.
Oh?
네가 뭐라고?
Whose friend?
퀵해그.
I don't think that's a name we've heard. But it does sound familiar, so maybe my brain is just shit? I don't know.
그 이름을 알고 있겠죠?
Okay. At the mere mention of that name, the bouncer's expression changed from that of indifference to disbelief.
잠깐.
Wait. I thought he was just swearing wildly, but I realized that's not the case. This has either gone very well or very poorly. Is he really gonna let us in? Even me with my clock face?
당신이 정말 퀵해그의 친구라는 건가?
I don't know if bouncers typically take this kind of proof. We go, are you really a friend of Queequeg? Be honest. And Ishmael has to be like, I promise. And if you don't accept my promise, I'll brain you with this mace.
그렇다면요?
She's not holding it together well right now. You can hear it, of course. Presumably Queequeg was something significant to her past, or significant to her past, or she's still just in the process of fucking losing it.
지금 어디지?
He's at your mum. He's at your mum's house. That's why I'm going there. Well, it's the second reason why I'm going there.
보스께서 물어보신다.
It's the boss asking. Oh.
그러니까 당신들 보스가 지금 이 안에 있다는 거네요.
That's all she wanted to know. She just wanted confirmation that he's in there.
다시 한번 묻는다. 퀵해그는
Spear to the head.
우리 쌍갈고리가 향하는 중. 다시 말한다. 우리 쌍갈고리가.
The twin hooks. Oh, interesting. Like Gregor's ID. I thought we were trying to sneak in.
아니요.
Nope. Not even a little bit.
이 안에 조직의 보스가 있는지 확인할 방법일 뿐이었죠. 대가리가 가장 많은 정보를 알고 있을 테니 가장 빠르고 확실하죠.
That's good, that's good. I'm torn, because I think it would have been worth letting Merceau try, because Merceau kinda seemed like he knew, or at least was a bit familiar with this kind of thing, right? But I cannot deny the logic of like, I'm literally gonna go up and see if the guy we're looking for is in there. Okay, he is in there. Well, fuck it all from this point onwards. This will end in a fight one way or another, at least we know he's in there. Let's go. Can't fault the logic. And it's literally a fight, like no one even really shouted anything. It's just, yes, now combat will commence. I should check these guys. Bandana wearing Twin Hooks Pirate. Yeah, passives. Fiona has poise, gain 5 poise upon clash win. Every turn of the first coin heads hits, gain 1 damage up next turn. First coin tail hits, gain 1 damage down next turn. Okay. And obviously Ishmael still has a debuff, yep, and it hasn't changed. Okay, cool. So I did a mirror dungeon, a hard mirror dungeon off camera with the lure team, and absolutely fucking rinsed it. Absolutely crushed it. Lure teams are so good in mirror dungeons. The burn gifts are nuts. They are absurd. It was so easy. Like, my god. It was incredible. Burn team is real. And despite having done this off camera, guess what? I'm not tired of this team, not even slightly. I love the martial arts. It is fucking amazing.
불을 따라오십시오.
And I've never ever gotten tired of Sinclair. No once. My boy. You look a little more... No, there's two of you. Never mind. I thought you were, like, special or something, but no, you're lame. You're struggling with coerced judgment? I reckon you'll be alright. Probably. I don't know. We'll see. And it's only an unfocused encounter that we're more than prepared for. Beat him. Do the flick! Yeah! Love to see it. Such a cool team. Oh. They've got nothing. Now, that's not me saying the Kanto has nothing. I know this gets worse, but these guys specifically... Oh, yeah, yeah! Fuck, I love that move. These guys specifically have got nothing. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Yeah, a little bit. Oh, look, he landed a few dainty hits. That's fucking cute. Stomp him, please. Kill him. Yep, yep. Yep. She wore him like a glove. I misread the 41 beneath Don Quixote's like level for a minute, and I was like, why the fuck is base ID Don Quixote level 41? Really, it gave me a start, genuinely.
와, 어느새 문지기님들이 길을 비켜주셨네요.
I know, Honglo. It was so amazing that they decided to take a nap after you know, Ishmael elbowed them to death, and they're just letting us in. Yeah, they must really like us. Amazing. Let's go. I wanted to correct him that the bouncers weren't letting us in, that they were either face down in some ditch or fleeing, and we were just letting ourselves in. But I guess I wasn't in the mood.
Hey, 몇 명이서 오셨어?
Oh, it's Sailor Lady again.
13명이서 왔습니다.
Yeah, quite a few people, actually.
열?
Yeah.
저기 있다!
Now we have more friends.
잘못했습니다.
자, 이제 저희 한국에서 유행하는 춤을 춰볼까요? 이름하여 청사춘 댄스!
I like to think I'm a pretty fun person and I'm willing to go with most things, and I've been to clubs before and I've been extremely drunk and danced and all that, but I think I'd rather hack off a limb than do the Marlin dance. Just putting it out there.
퍼프를 벗고 이렇게 후루타! 후루타!
No.
아이, 젠장. 왜 이렇게 쿵쿵대는 거야?
It's a club, Heathcliff. This is what they do here.
뇌가 둥둥 울리는 기분이요.
Yeah, that's why you're usually drunk before you come in here, because it becomes a little more manageable.
다 앞에서 꺼지세요. 다치고 싶지 않으면.
You might die. Ishmael swung her mace, shattering a nearby table to pieces, to make a point. And that was more than enough for the clubbers to realize the seriousness of the situation. They quickly abandoned the Marlin dance and ran to the exit and vacating the club. We'll make them do the Marlin dance, if they want to or not. Sinclair is too happy, which means he's getting his ass beat. It's possible that having Yi, Sang, and Whispers in reserve might be too much. I might change that. I think I want to keep Whispers,
한 번에 끝낸다.
because of the ability to potentially give Sinclair Fanatic, and also I have direct control over when that'll proc. Barring, as long as I have the right skills available anyway. Off he goes. Ooh. You're a little bit more something, aren't you? Tough Twin Hooks pirate. With the same skills, fair enough. It's quite a scrap, isn't it? They're going for it. Gotta respect that. It's a solid effort, but you beardy boys have got nothing on us. Ooh. Ooh, he's gone. Yep. Very much so. Beautiful. Yeah, I need to change the passives a little bit, I think. Too much SP gain at the moment. Although that is good because of Ishmael. It might actually work because she has the minus 25.
가는 길에 우육면 드실래요?
Like, Whistles is likely to hit Ishmael on the first turn, which kind of... It doesn't entirely negate Compulsion, but it does help. I'm not sure. I'll leave it as is for now. We'll need to do a bit more testing. And it's just as well because this is only a fight anyway, so... Oh my god! He puts up his dukes and she's like, whatever. Idiot. Oh, you're fucked. Oh my. Oh! He didn't know what hit him. I think the Whistles and Yi-Sang support combo is good for short-term fights because it means we can get Ishmael up to a standard level of SP very quickly, but I think it's bad for long-form fights because it starts to really hamper Enclair's ability to lower his SP and control it and keep it at a stable level.
저는 선택받았으니까 그렇겠죠?
In order to get the most coin power, like it keeps him at too high a level of SP where he's typically just dipped below 0, which means yeah, he still has more chance of rolling tails than heads, or flipping tails than heads, but he's still flipping a lot of heads, which it really limits his power, so it might be worth changing one of those. The problem is, as we discussed previously, there's no decent support passive for Yi-Sang that I've got here, even if I were to up tie 3 Daiichi. A 7 association one would be good, but we don't have enough gluttony skills to make it happen. There also just aren't that many Yi-Sangs around here. Our only options are either Spice Bush or this, and that's gluttony, which we're not really running enough of. But what about Spice Bush? Because I'm willing to put some resources in if we can get a decent passive out of this. Plus, I would just love to have Spice Bush. I mean, fucking look at that. Goddamn. That's Sloth. One ally with the least SP deals plus 10% damage when attacking 2 or more targets at once. That's too specific. But that might work for unfocused encounters, unless... But I think it means 2 targets at once with the same skill, like attack weight, not, you know, 2 skills, 2 targets. I don't think we're gonna find what we want. Which is unfortunate, but oh well. Sorry to waste you guys' time with this, but I am trying to take the Kanto seriously, you know? Like, I just want to try and make sure I actually do it properly. If I lose, I lose. That bit I'm totally okay with, but I don't want you guys to sit there and think that I'm fucking around and be like, he could have easily have done better if he just looked into his fucking passives. You know, like, it's understandably frustrating if I'm like, oh, I don't even know how I could have won that, when there are resources I could be making use of that I'm not. Excluding, like, friend-gifted supports, because I don't really want to use those because it doesn't seem fair. One of these 2 does need to go, though, because too much SP is coming in at the moment. Fuck it, I want to level that up, so I'll just put him in support anyway. I'll be interested to hear you guys' thoughts on that, because, not quite sure how to play it at the moment. The first mate, I dare say. Sorry to waste your time with that, truly I am. Oh, hello, alright, we're right in there. I thought we'd have a cutscene first, fuck me. Damn, we pushed through. Yeah, they're having a bad time. Yeah, they're having a real bad time. He's like, you ready, lads? Lads? He looks back and he sees them all and he's just like, yar. Oh no. Be gentle. She was gentle, you can tell, because he's still alive. Not anymore. Oh boy. Pinpoint Blitz is absolute fucking peak. It's so good. Oh, I've noticed that Ishmael almost never loses a clash. And I've got to give us some credit on that ID as well, yeah? The impacts from her strikes are the best sounding. I am a connoisseur of unarmed impact sounds in video games, and those are pretty fucking good. The ones that she's got, yeah, pretty fucking good. Oh, a case in point. Oh, you can hear his ribs come out of his mouth. Goddamn. This team is so fucking sick. And that's, I think, what I love about this, the most about this game in terms of gameplay, is that you start running a new team, But your last team, you were like, this team is the sickest team. I don't think I could ever play a better team than this. This is the coolest. And then the next team is as sick, if not sicker. And bearing in mind, this has got some, like, I think some of these lure IDs are season 1. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I know I'm probably wrong. But some of them are pretty old. And yeah, like, for instance, Gregor's doesn't hold up to Ishmael's, for example. But they're still pretty good.
좋은 말 할 때 당신들 대장이 있는 방이 어디인지 말하는 게 좋을 거예요.
You better tell us where your boss is before I hang you like a flag from my halberd.
어울리지도 않는 놈이 그렇게 말해봐야.
This guy is faced with the potential of certain death, and even he can't take Sinclair seriously.
헛소리 아니에요. 다음에도 말이 안 통하면 다음으로 깨지는 거 뭐
Next thing getting smashed is your
머리통이에요.
your skull. Honestly, Sinclair, I do that sometimes where I start to say a word and then change it, and it doesn't sound good. I've really been trying to train myself to not do that, but I do. So I can't even laugh at Sinclair for that. Fair enough, buddy. I do it too.
알았어, 진정해. 선장은 여기 없어. 대신 부선장님이 계시니까 그분이 알고 계실 거야.
Good enough, I suppose.
어디인데요?
Oh yeah, yeah. He's getting into his groove now. Yeah, go on, buddy.
저쪽 복도 마지막 방.
Good.
가세요.
Oh yeah. Yeah! My boy! Now, you know for a fact, right? Obviously, he did that as normal Sinclair, like, you know, Limbus Sinclair. If he was here as Enclair, he wouldn't have needed to have said anything. The dude would have just been like, oh, yeah, the hostage, the first mate would know he's over there, okay, bye. My lad, well done.
그쪽 말고 입구로 나가세요.
Idiot.
알았어. 미안.
야, 너 뭔가 늘었는데?
Yeah, he is.
이런 걸로 칭찬 듣고 싶지 않아요.
He's still Sinclair.
조금이라도 빨리 구해야 한다고 생각했을 뿐이에요.
I agree, Sinclair. What a solid man he is.
가는 길에 우육면 드실래요?
It's not fair, I want noodles. The first mate 2. Return of the mate. I can't fucking... Such a strange thing to have trouble with, to click on a fucking
벌써 화끈하네.
little icon. I'm a failure.
요란스럽기도 해라. 어느 선장이 보낸 거야? 아니면 내 목에 또 그새 현상금이라도 붙었나?
I've genuinely thought that Faust just dressed up as a pirate when she first appeared on screen. But now we see where, Gregor's fucking twin hook outfit came from, because of course he was the first mate of the crew in that identity. So yeah, it all adds together. Same outfit, it makes sense.
당신이 여기 보스야?
So you're in charge?
그래, 내가 쌍갈고리 해적단의 부선장 스미야.
Smee!
날 보고 싶어 했다며? 뭐, 사인이라도 해줄까?
Which, yes, is a reference to Captain Hook and Peter Pan, I am aware.
당신은 2인자라고 들었다.
Yeah, not even top person, but like sub-top person.
우리는 보스를 원한다. 그는 어디 있지?
Yes, please.
푸크 그놈은 어디서 또 요정주나 마시고 있겠지.
Yeah, that goes along with what I've heard.
그러니까 실질적으로 내가 이곳을 지배하고 있는 거라 봐도 무방해.
I mean, we don't need to go a Hook. We probably couldn't take him anyway.
그리고 이 항구에선 고작 향수 사업만 하기엔 돈이 좀 모자라잖아. 그래서 이것저것 부업들 좀 해보고 있었지. 그걸 시킨 것도 나고.
Oh my god, of course, because in Gregor's Uptie 3 cutscene, he talks about the hostage business. Nothing's ever mentioned about him killing them, though, but it's not necessarily refuted either. Interesting, yeah, I just didn't... I know that was obvious, but I just didn't make that connection until I saw her outfit and went, oh, right, yeah, okay. Yeah, because the perfume business was like a mild amount of income, and their main source of income was ransoming. completely forgot about all that.
이해했다. 너는 우리가 원했던 정보를 갖고 있겠군. 우린 너희 조직이 확보한 것으로 보이는 인질의 행방을 찾고 있다. 그 정보를 내놓아라.
인질이라니 말 너무 험악하게 한다. 우리는 그거를 손님이라고 부르는데.
Not here to argue language with you. Hand them over.
손님이요?
Sinclair doesn't sound very happy about this.
자, 그럼 우리 교환하자.
Sorry, we've massacred your crew. What makes you think we're have any interest in making a deal?
퀵해그에 대한 정보를 나한테 넘겨. 그럼 내가 너희 쪽 손님을 안전하게 내보내줄게.
Well, that's up to Ishmael, isn't it? And I don't think, just putting it out there, I don't think she's particularly interested in discussing this. She seemed pretty upset to even mention the name, so I doubt it somehow.
심지어 꽤 거물이신 손님이던데. LC 팀장이라고 했으니까.
He's actually not that much of a big shot. He's just important to us.
그쪽에 퀵해그에 친구가 있었댔지?
Ah, boy, here we go.
퀵해그에 대해 알고 있는 걸 전부 말해.
Now, I know that this probably won't be the case, but I would like to point to if I was there, and I'm not, I would point out to the team, don't let her dictate how this negotiation goes when we hold all the fucking cards. We've literally smashed our way through her crew. She's got fuck all left. Don't let her tell us how to do business. We tell her how to do business. Whether or not that's going to be the case, we'll see.
지금 어디서 뭘 하고 있는지, 주위에 만나는 사람은 누구인지, 제일 최근에 남겼던 말이 무엇인지 전부.
Why would we tell you any of that?
누가 이 거래에서 유리한지는 말 안 해도 알지?
Are you kidding me?
정말 말할 수 있었다면 저도 진심으로 좋았을 텐데요.
I do believe you, for what it's worth. 3 waves. Alright, we'll need to be a little bit careful. Of course, this is where my little plan kind of falls apart a little bit, is if we don't get whispers early on. Which means Ishmael will be stuck. Although she does get attack power up +3 when she's at low SP. So actually, picking and choosing when to use whispers might actually be really crucial. I reckon now will be the time to use whispers because it won't affect Sinclair and he can get his SP a little lower. And he's already got Fanatic, so he doesn't need it again. Oh god, that sweep. My girl doing aerial juggles. You love to see it. Oh, that is a good kick. No chance. Come on, bring on the boss. It's not really a boss fight. It's just like a little bit of a harder non-focused encounter. But bring on the slightly harder non-focused encounter. Oh no. I hope he doesn't die this turn so Sinclair has time to recover. Don't kill him. Don't kill him. Ishmael, don't kill him. Oh good, there's another one actually. We're okay. Alright, we're fine. You may have hit him. Oh no, we're gonna kill him. Bollocks. Alright, we're starting the next round with one less person. It's fine, we'll be alright. Look, there she is. Being quite tough. Being quite tough. There they are. If unit has poise, gain 5 poise, 2 sides of coin, yeah. No, get away from me. Upon clash, lose, gain 4 poise and 3 poise count. Huzzah, man! On critical hit, gain 1 plus coin boost next turn. Heal 15 SP on self. All other allies heal 10 SP. Activates once per turn. What are you doing? Being captured in this encounter causes all allies to lose 30 SP. Ain't that a prick? If target has bleed on hit, we gain SP equal to bleed on target. Okay, so this could be tough. Try and play it a little chill. See if we can just shore up our weaknesses here and there. Sinclair, I reckon he can do it. Actually, you know what? Better idea then. Do that. Because that'll spend some of his SP. He'll manage it a bit. Rogia might take some hits, but I reckon she'll be alright. We'll see. Sinclair is off to a bad start, admittedly. This will get his SP back down. This will help. Not much damage, but it's fine. It's a hit across 2 targets and inflicts burn, so it's not too bad.
내 팔은 뼈에 있었어.
똑바로 서라. 나무 인형만도 못.
That's not great. We're gonna want to try and stagger her soon. We don't want her doing whatever she wants. And she's got a lot of skills. Fuck me. Alright. Not much to do but go for it, I suppose. I don't think we'll lose, but I think it's a little closer than it would be normally.
순식간에 끝내죠.
Especially when Enclair's going nuts. Oh, he's dead. SP's getting pretty low, though. Yeah, no chance. Oh. The hits. The hits. Hits keep coming and they don't stop coming. She's gaining a lot of poise, so if we could just knock her off balance, that'd be great. I think this will do it, potentially. Yeah, it did it. Good stuff. Oh, this will help. Good stuff. But wait, there's more. Good, good, good. They're pretty upset now. That works well for me. Beat their asses.
벌써 부서졌나? 쓸모. 그 오물을 다 죽어라.
Oh my god. Oh. That guy didn't even know he was dead when he died. That's how bad it was.
잠깐. 나는 건드리면 안 돼. 너네 진짜 후회하게 될걸?
Sorry, man, but A, we're far beyond caring, and B, we'll be gone as soon as we can be, so,
난 뒷배가 있어.
I assume it's Mr. Hooky himself, yes?
뒷배?
What?
그것도 무려. 너무 겁먹지 마. 중지의 작은 형님이야.
Okay, if that's true, that's actually really bad, but she could just be bluffing. I reckon if I was a crime boss in the Project Moon world, if I was in danger of being murdered, I'd be like, wait, the middle totally like me and stuff. And then, yeah, that would probably get them on my case, but if I was almost guaranteed about to die, it would at least get me a second chance to fucking run or something.
작형이라.
A balloon boy?
게다가 퀵해그를 하는 자. 넌 잘 모르나 본데 상당한 현상금도 걸려 있어.
Uh-huh. Okay, that does lend credence to your story, admittedly.
감히 중지의 탈퇴를 선언한 것도 모자라서 잠적을 타버렸다며? 멍청한 게 지나친 것도 정도가 있지.
I don't know, you look pretty stupid.
중지는 결코 잊어버리는 법이 없는데 말이야.
Yeah, they kinda don't.
할 말은 끝났죠.
This is what I was expecting.
잠깐. 진짜야? 정말 나 죽인다고?
Yeah, totally. Or at least we're gonna pretend that we are. I don't know if that's necessarily Ishmael's plan, but it probably is.
저희가 어질렀으니 싹 정리해야죠.
Plus, you know, she's the head of a gang of kidnappers. It's not as if executing her is particularly morally questionable. Gotta be honest. If any member of the team steps forward and goes, no, this isn't right, I'm gonna call some serious fucking bullshit.
중지라니까? 너 중지 몰라?
Now, I fully acknowledge that if Ishmael does go ahead and ice this lady, considering her association with the middle, that is almost certainly a bad idea. Like, we know it is. We know this is a bad idea. But on the other hand, fuck it. Plus, I'm pretty sure Ishmael doesn't think we're gonna survive this job, so she's probably thinking, fuck it. The middle won't be able to get me because I'll be dead, so who cares? I actually don't care.
잠깐. 알았어. 위치 알려줄게.
You might die anyway, but that's a solid move.
너희 친구가 잡혀있는 컨테이너 아직 살아있는 사람이 들어있는 컨테이너에는 초록색 세모가 그려져 있어. 최근 잡혀온 거면 동쪽 구역일 거고.
Probably.
초록색 세모? 그게 한 개가 아닐 수도 있을 텐데요. 비슷한 색일 수도 있겠군요. 속이려면 뭔들 못해.
What if you're a fucking fucker?
알 수 있어. 알 수 있다고. 진짜 거짓말 아니야.
If you had like a picture of it, that would help.
들었죠? 방금의 키워드 정도면 충분히 꺼낼 수 있겠네요. 다행이네요, 싱클레어 씨.
I think he is. Well, actually, I'm not so sure now. Oh, maybe. I should never assume what Sinclair's feeling, because he often surprises me. Sinclair was frowning, but Ishmael didn't seem to care. She stood there, rubbing the wrist of her weapon arm. It almost appeared as though she was measuring the amount of strength needed to turn Smee's head into pulp in one fell swoop. I mean, see, it's awkward, because I know I said, like, if anyone raises a fuss about killing this person, I'll kick up a fuss, but that was back when it seemed clear she wasn't going to talk. Now that she has talked, it's awkward. But I would still understand if Ishmael went through with it anyway. I'm trying to get a bit more into Ishmael's head, you see, which is why there's less like, fuck you, Ishmael, and more like, I see where you're coming from here. I don't necessarily go along with it, but I see where you're coming from, right? Like I said, Ishmael already thinks we're all gonna die. So she's doing her best to reach an outcome where we don't all die, even if that means potentially screwing us all over in the long term, because she's like, survival is paramount now. Surviving this job comes above everything else, because we're unlikely to do so. That's what I'm thinking is where her head is at. So she might like brain this woman just because she's like, well, if we leave her alive, she'll send more pirates after us. Whereas the middle, well, that will only really become a problem when we get back to the mainland, and we might not even get back there. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. We know where the hostage is, and I think that's good enough. Let's head back. Dante's not wrong here either. Right? Like, Dante's approaching this from a different direction. Dante doesn't think we're all gonna die on this job. That's, you know, Dante might not be the best leader, but no leader would go into something like, no good leader, no halfway competent leader would go into something like this expecting us all to die. They are expecting at least a successful outcome potentially. So they're thinking like, look, if we kill Smee, then the middle are gonna be after us, and that's gonna cause the whole company problems, and Vergilius isn't gonna protect us. No fucking way. I see where they're both coming from here. I'm curious as to how this will pan out.
설득할 필요성은 안 느껴져서요, 관리자님. 그만 비켜주시겠어요?
I get it, I do, but it's not about convincing Dante, it's about looking at this. It's, once again, she's not looking at this long term, because she doesn't think there is a long term.
이런 거에 시간 낭비하고 싶지 않아요.
Then we should probably just leave, hey.
맞아. 나 같은 거에 시간 낭비하는 것도 손해야. 가길 가자.
If you want to survive, you should probably stay quiet. Just putting it out there.
아닐걸.
It could go either way. Nah, I know exactly where this is going.
나 꽤 재빠르거든.
Ishmael's eyes were still lost and wandering. She swung back a harpoon arm, ready to strike, and before I even realized what I was doing, I was leaping in the way. That's a bad fucking... I appreciate that Dante did not really do this intentionally, but that's a bad fucking move. You're the only member of the team who can die. Oh. Oh no. Obviously Dante doesn't die, the game would be over, but, you know, looking at it, oh, that's a terrible move. What have I done? You killed me!
관리자님!
You have stabbed me! For the last time!
단테, 미쳤어요?
That's rich!
미친 게 누구냔 말이다! 명령 불복 정도 모자라. 감히 관리자님까지!
You know, this might be the way in which Dante brings this all back in their own way, not making any of the changes to their personality that I previously posited, but by simply being themselves hard enough. Because this isn't Dante being like assertive or anything, this is Dante sticking to their guns and being brave. getting in the way of insane, she's not insane, but let's, you know, of compulsive Ishmael, that's it. Getting in the way of compulsive Ishmael is like, I'm gonna get hit. It's not gonna be like an anime where she fucking stops the weapon like 2 inches away from my face. She's gonna hit me. There's no, like, Dante knew subconsciously because they didn't really do this actively thinking, but they knew exactly what was gonna happen. That's brave. That's fucking brave. And that's an impressive, like, a display of coolness that the team might appreciate, and that will help their leadership position, you know what I mean?
뭐, 잘 선택한 거야.
Smee's just stood there like, you guys are fucking idiots. Fuck's sake.
만약 날 죽였으면 작은 형님이나 작은 누님까지 나섰을걸?
I don't want to fight middle Don Quixote. I really fucking don't. I recalled the time when the exact opposite happened. Yeah, when Ishmael took the K-Am pool for us. Ah, the irony, yeah. Well, she paid you back for that one, hey. Sorry, I should have read that. You know what? I recalled the time when the exact opposite happened, when Ishmael leapt in front of me, taking the malfunctioning machine's bullets in my place, and called my name as her body liquefied. As though she had faith that my name alone could make everything right again. Which is Dante's job.
방금 저 새끼를 감싸준 거예요?
I did just take a harpoon, yes. It hurt a bit, I'm not gonna lie. It would be nice if you said sorry. just one sorry. That would be nice.
조금만 더 옆으로 갔으면 당신 머리가 터졌을 거라고요. 시계 대가리요. 알아요?
The fault lies with you, Clockface. Curse you and your hands that don't tell time. Yeah, I do. Boy, you really did wet the heck out of that harpoon. This really hurts.
뭔 그딴 실없는 소리 좀 제발 갖다 치우라고요.
You're just jealous because you don't have your own quips.
관리자님.
And Otis is like, do I execute her? You give one nod from the clock face and I'll execute her on the spot.
방금 저자의 행동은 그야말로 하극상의 절정이었습니다. 상관 살해의 직전.
I mean, to be fair, it wasn't intentional. And like, I truly do not believe that Ishmael A, expected Dante to jump in front, and B, noticed, if you know what I mean, until like it was way too late. I don't think she just continued with the swing regardless. Like, you know, this was not intentional. No amount of mental gymnastics could paint that as being intentional. That would be entirely unfair to say. Was she in the wrong for swinging at Smee regardless? Totally. Absolutely. Just because I'm giving her more slack doesn't mean I'm going to ignore when she's doing stuff that's wrong. But she did not do that on purpose. She did not mean to hit Dante. You can tell. She's angry. Not actually because she's angry, but because she's like, what the fuck? She's shocked. And many people, and I think it's even happened, I've done it once or twice, I think, shock, especially when something damaging happens, can manifest as anger. It's like if something makes you jump and you're suddenly quite irritable with them. That is like shock manifesting as anger. It's that kind of thing. Obviously, this is way more dramatic, but you know, sorry I'm yapping so much, but I do like to talk about these things.
더 이상 방관할 수 없습니다. 관리자님이 직접 처리할 수 없다면
I can't fault Otis here, but those of us viewing this from the perspective of a story know that this isn't the right thing to do. But in the actual moment, it's like, well, you know, it's looking pretty bad, and this isn't the first instance of insubordination, is it?
지금 당장 윗선에 낱낱이 보고 후 향후 처리를 어떻게 할지 논의해야 합니다.
That's much more restraint than I was actually expecting you to suggest, I'm not gonna lie. It's okay, OS, I chose to get in a way, and they did, and yeah. But you did get stabbed.
괜찮지 않습니다.
She's pretty pissed.
저자는 지속적으로 우리의 임무에 심각한 차질을 빚게 하고 있습니다.
To be fair, she hasn't caused setbacks, she has defied orders. Defying orders is not good, but she hasn't necessarily caused setbacks, right? He has saved us a few times as well. It's an awkward situation for everyone involved. You notice that the rest of the sinners aren't talking? Because they're just stood there really fucking awkwardly. Yeah.
선을 넘었단 말입니다.
It is a bit bad. It is I will acknowledge it's a bit bad. Otis, you're gonna... Oh, alright, Dante's putting their foot down. Alright. Otis, I said it's okay. I didn't take the harpoon for that woman. I took it for Ishmael. This will require some explanation. Give me a minute. Sorry, I'm bleeding out, you know. It's hard to make words.
이제 아예 성인 군자를 자처해보기로 결심한 거예요?
I mean, Dante's always been kind of a humanitarian, but we're arguing needless details.
지금껏 손에 피 한 방울 묻혀보지 않고.
But, I mean, now they've been on the receiving end of it. You know? They know what it's like to get hit. Not to hit someone, but to get hit.
오히려 우리에게 대신해서 묻히라 했던 당신이.
Yeah.
이제 사람은 더 이상 죽이지 말자. 너희가 정신적으로 몰리지 않았으면 좋겠다. 그런 가슴 따스한 소리라도 하고 싶은 거예요?
I think you're misinterpreting it slightly, Ishmael. You know, once again, she's in a state. I think Dante's reasoning is purely, I don't want us all to be hunted down and murdered by the middle, right? I think that might... Alright, actually, no, probably. It's complicated. Let's just keep going. Nah, it's just my intuition. That probably wasn't very convincing, was it? I like to think that Dante's really fucking laissez-faire in her explanation here, and that it pisses Ishmael off to no end. I find that extremely funny and satisfying.
당연하죠. 감은 경험과 기억에서 오는 거 아닌가요?
Yeah, did you forget that you have amnesia? That's ironic.
시계 이전의 당신은 더 이상 당신 머릿속에 없는데 그 감을 믿으라고요?
Because I suspect, and I don't know if this is the case, and Dante may well confirm it, so I'll make this point very quickly. I suspect that Dante has flashes of feeling from their memories, like not actually memories, but how they felt. They react to certain things. I think Dante mentioned a certain reaction to the song that was playing during Canto 3. Now, is that enough to base intuition on? I don't know. I have no first-hand experience in that. I have no fucking idea. But I think there is a little bit more to Dante's memories than would be initially apparent, in that Dante has some capacity for some kind... It's too much to call it a memory, but something's still there, basically. That woman, I think she's in a pretty important position of power, at least in this district. Killing her before thinking things through could complicate things. And Dante backed up that thought, that idea, that stance with their own fucking life. So maybe you should listen.
반대로 살려놓았을 경우 마찬가지 결과를 불러일으킬 수도 있다는 생각은요?
Of course, but I don't think the middle will go after us if she's still alive. I just think killing everyone in our way left and right like this won't help us in the future. I wouldn't necessarily say that was the case with the previous kills, but with this one, definitely. Yeah, no, this would have long-term repercussions.
앞으로?
Is she going to confirm my suspicions that she doesn't see a future because she doesn't think we'll survive? Sorry, I don't have any better explanation for what I just did. I'm not really sure why I did it, honestly.
앞으로라는 게 얼마나 멀리까지를 말하고 있는지 저는 모르지만 적어도 제 앞과 관리자님의 앞은 다른 게 확실하겠네요.
Well, we do now. If you killed her, we'd have had the exact same thing in store, which would have been murdered by the middle. Now we have the freedom of having diverging futures. Isn't that lovely?
Dante.
Hi, Yi-sang. Whoa, I'm seeing double. 4 Yi-sangs.
다시는 몸을 함부로 던지지 마시게.
No, my boy is sad. My poor boy. Come on, that advice coming from one of you guys? Not very convincing. Cha-ching.
그대는 12의 책임자이니 우리보다 12배 더 조심해야 하는 것이오.
Yi Sang is absolutely right, and it's like the first thing I said when Dante got stabbed.
또한 그대의 죽음은 다시는 돌이킬 수 없기에 더욱이 그렇소.
Yeah, we only got lucky in Kanto 3 because a team came in with like restorative ampoules. Health ampoules, whatever they're called.
그리고
And
되돌릴 수 없는 것은 견딜 수 없이 아픔으로.
that's an interesting statement. Yi Sang was right. My shoulder was in an unbearable amount of pain.
야, 시계 대가리. 괜찮냐?
I've been stabbed, but you know, it's whatever. I'm a pretty tough clock. Yeah, I'm good. The clock still works.
뭐? 아니 내 말은 이제 보니 너도 정신 나간 놈이었네. 아니면 이제서야 맛이 가버린 건가?
I think Heathcliff likes us. Oh my god, progress has been made! Yes! Heathcliff was the one we needed to win over the most, other than Ishmael, but you know, Kanto, we're working on it. Big progress.
우리만 문제일 줄 알았더니 너도 마탱이가 간 게 다를 게 없구만.
I am no different. And that's how we'll bond, you fool! I've got you right where I want you. You grumpy bastard. Heathcliff shook his head and walked away. Progress. Big progress. Big things have happened today. Big pluses, big positives.
깔끔하게 해결했네요. 가는 길에 우육면 드실래요?
Ooh, that was a tough job, stabbing my manager. Does anyone want noodles? Now, I am actually at the point where I could probably stop for today, like I've got just about enough footage, but you know what? I'm having a great time with this, so I'm gonna do one more. I fancy doing one more. I don't have enough energy. Oh, it'd be really smart to bow out right now, but when have I ever done anything smart? Not the shop, no, that's where all the bad decisions are made, no. One more.
이 불꽃이 필요하시다면
We're on a train, we're on a roll, we're on a bus boat. You think all of these shipping containers are full of bodies? Yes.
뭐가 들어있을지는 상상하지 말자고.
I tried my best to not speculate about what terrible things the pirates might be hiding in that mountain of shipping containers, a mountain of smiling corpse bodies.
거기 누구냐? 여기는 어떻게 알고 온 거야?
All you're gonna find is this harpoon upside your head.
아, 우린 이 초록색 세모 컨테이너만 열어보고 바로 갈게. 봐주라, 응?
See, this might have worked better if the pirates ever actually gave their hostages back, but they don't, so it's a little awkward. Let's take them out before anything worse happens to our agent. No talking, just kill them. Interesting that Dante was literally just like, kill them. Fuck it. Like, they can actually look at this situation and be like, guys, we're not talking our way through, and it would actually be more complicated if we did. It would actually be better to just take them out. I respect that. Look at that, both characters I've been ragging on recently are making progress, and I'm glad to see it. Oh, I love that axe kick. Oh, it's not actually an axe kick, like it's a down. It's kind of an aerial downward axe kick, which I don't know what that'd be called. Whatever that kick is, it's dope. Just because I like martial arts doesn't mean I know anything about it. I just like it, you know? I like boxing, it doesn't mean I can box. Coaches don't play. Oh, he's dead. Yeah, it didn't even get like halfway through the combo. Goodbye. Oh no. Oh, you poor man. Oh! I love it. She finishes pinpoint blitz and he's like, is it over? And then she kicks him upside the head like, no, actually, funny enough. We were only just getting started, my dude.
깔끔하게 해결했네요. 가는 길에 우육면 드실래요?
Oh, that was the end. Oh, these are just combat encounters. And that was a very short story. Okay, we're gonna keep... Fuck it, I'm gonna keep going. I don't give a shit. Until the next proper story beat where stuff happens, or at least conversation occurs, you know, then we'll leave it there. That seems fair, right? Because I'm just gonna skip through this anyway. You guys have seen the combat. These guys aren't worth shit. I don't need to show you this.
순식간에 끝내죠.
It'll all be good. Ah, there we go, plot. All right, this will be the last one. Yes, here we go.
이 컨테이너일 거예요. 이제 열면 LCCB 부서의 팀장이 이곳에.
Fucking better be.
정말 죽는 줄 알았습니다.
Cool, so our team captain is green as fuck. That's reassuring.
저는 이번 작전에 투입된 LCCB 사전 건축 사업과 대리 파일럿이라고 합니다.
Ah, you're an assistant manager. That explains a lot.
당신 팀장이 아니었어요? 그놈들은 잡은 게 LCCB 팀장이라고 했는데.
Did you tell them that you're the team leader? Be honest.
뭡니까 그 노골적으로 실망한 말투는.
It might be your general demeanor and sniveling attitude. It might have just been a bit of a letdown, buddy. I don't know what to tell you.
구해주셔서 감사합니다. LCB 분들에 대한 이야기는 많이 전해들었습니다.
Oh, we actually have some reputation amongst the company and it's not all bad. What kind of stories, I wonder?
실제로 만나뵙게 되니 영광입니다. 입사할 때부터 계속 팬이었습니다.
Aww.
다들 표정이 왜들 그럽니까?
이해해줘. 아니, 우리가 지난번 작전에서는 팬이라고 주장한 어떤 작자한테 좀 안 좋은 꼴을 당했어 말이야.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that. Yeah, Dong Rang was a big fan. Yeah, big fan. He'd been following us for ages. Literally and figuratively.
그리고 전해드릴 말이 있습니다.
Can you imagine if the message was, don't worry about it. The bow's actually not ready. Turn around and go home.
당신들 이번에도 우왕좌왕하면서 유사 어딘가를 정신없이 헤집어 놓고 있겠네요.
If it weren't for the fact that they were dead, I'd assume this came from either Effie or Sword.
대파괴 시간.
아닙니다. 그게 아니라 그분의 메시지를 좀 더 생동감 있게 전달한 것입니다.
I was told to deliver it exactly.
조심해야 해. 우리랑 이야기할 때는 주어부터 빠르게 알려줘야 한다고.
And I quote,
단축과 생략은 뉘앙스가 전혀 다르다. 초보인 것 같으니 한 번만 넘어가 주지.
fledgling. No obliteration of your forehead today, yet.
주어 말입니까? 그거야 당연히
It's none other than...
소드 과장님이시죠?
Huh? I was joking. Huh? Sword survived?
소드 씨가 살아계세요?
Of course, we never saw her die. Yeah, that was never a confirmed death, was it? No, we left her behind. Presumably the team that rescued us also rescued her. Of course, Effie's dead, we saw to that ourselves, but yeah, no, Sword never actually died on camera. Alright, cool, great.
과장? 승진한 건가?
Did she get promoted for being bodied by abnormalities and nearly shooting Dante?
아직 재활 중에 계십니다만 다행히 LCCA 부서에서 빠르게 도착해 주신 덕에 아슬아슬하게 목숨을 건지셨습니다.
How fortunate.
추서된 건 아닌 듯하거나 다행인가.
Yeah, that would be a bit weird in a company, wouldn't it?
소드 과장님도 여러분을 만나 뵙고 싶어 했는데 임무가 엇갈려서 이곳으로 오시지는 못하셨습니다.
I thought she was still in recovery. I'm glad she's okay.
소드 씨는 괜찮으신가요?
Evidently. If she's already on missions, she must be doing alright.
물론입니다. 고비는 몇 번 넘기셔서 지금은 밥도 잘 드시고 대화도 잘하십니다.
That's good.
아니, 그건 다행인데 그걸 묻는 게 아니라
Because Effie's dead.
파트너를 잃었잖아요. 바로 코앞에서.
But not precisely. Although she probably would have seen his body on the way out, so yeah, kinda. So it's interesting to know that Ishmael labored that point, but I'm sure we'll get there. Pilot produced a piece of old folded paper and began reading from it. He's got a lot of messages to deliver.
LCCB 사원 여러분들은 한 번 더 기억해 주시기 바랍니다. 저희 B4팀은 모두를 대신해서 길을 트는 중요한 임무를 맡은 직원들입니다.
여러분들이 피를 흘려가며 내디딘 한 걸음 한 걸음이 미래를 위한 길이 됩니다. 그 길을 따라 우리 림버스 컴퍼니의 직원 모든 분이 나아갈 수 있습니다.
One, he sounds a lot more confident saying this, probably because he knows it pretty well. And B, this was brought up in Ryoshu's Uptie 3 cutscene, if I remember correctly, when they were giving, like, the briefing and stuff. Not briefing, but, like, I don't know what you'd call it. It was like a fucking morale building meeting or some crap like that, and Ryoshu wasn't having any of it.
입사하자마자 받는 신입 교육 매뉴얼에서 가장 먼저 나오는 내용입니다.
Yeah.
저는 말입니다. 희생을 자랑스럽게 생각합니다. 비록 제 LCCB 동기들은 빠르게 돈만 벌고 빠지면 되는 거고 제가 유독 별난 거라고 하지만 말입니다.
Oh, pilot, you're not gonna last to the end of this game, whenever that may be. Well, it'll be nice hanging with you in the meantime, though, buddy.
희생이 자랑스러워?
Well, yeah, you know, it's like the Helldivers. The Helldivers, like, we die for democracy and Super Earth and a totalitarian government masquerading as a symbol of freedom. But shh. Don't tell my democracy officer I said that.
진심이에요?
자자 이스.
No,
정어리 보면
no.
아이스크림 먹고 싶다고? 나도 같은 생각이었는데 어쩜 신기하네.
Good try.
아니, 노라고요. 뭔 힘이?
She, you know, in another life, she was the director of a lure section. She's pretty strong. Everyone forgets that Rhodia's a good fighter. Rhodia grabbed Ishmael's arm and began practically dragging her outside. Well, just in case she gets into another fight. I decided to sneakily follow them from a distance.
이스, 자꾸 그러면 분위기 너무 처지잖아. 사람 잘 살려놨는데 꼭 그래야겠어?
Thank you, Rhodia. I've been trying to say it for fucking ages. Since Kanto 1. It's just more prevalent here.
상태가 안 좋은 건 알겠는데 조금만 참자니까.
Now, I doubt that she'll listen to this, but I appreciate that Rhodia is trying, you know. I mean, Dante can't do this right now because the relationship is too tense. But this is the kind of thing that Dante should be doing in different circumstances. I'm not using this as an opportunity to sling shit at Dante. Just this is the kind of thing that Dante should be doing. Although I don't know how well the sinners would react to them doing this anyway, actually, thinking about it. It's a very awkward situation. Even before this happened, like before this whole Ishmael thing.
저건 그냥 세뇌잖아요.
Ishmael, I hate to tell you this, but that's most corporations in the city. People who sign up feel privileged to have gotten that job. Even the LobCorp Nuggets thought that they had lucked the fuck out when they got jobs in the LobCorp facilities, and in some ways they did. Because I don't think LobCorp hired exclusively from nests either. So I appreciate I might be wrong on this, so if I'm misremembering, you know, LobCorp was a while ago, but some of those employees I think were taken from just like random places and they're like, yo, do you want a job? And they were like, oh my god, I can work for a nest, yes. And then it turned out that the job was filled with literal man-made horrors from beyond my comprehension, which was pretty funny when you look at it from an outside perspective.
개죽음일 수 있단 걸 아무도 인정하고 싶지 않아서 희생이라고 포장만 하는.
Of course they do. Morale would be rock bottom if they told the truth. Like, I don't approve, but, you know, acknowledging the reality of the situation.
알아.
Believe Rhodia is very aware.
그럼
Because you don't always need to correct everyone on everything. Sometimes you just gotta let people be the way they are. You can't... There's not enough hours in the day for a start, you know?
하지만 그렇게라도 생각해야 견뎌지는 사람들도 있지 않겠어? 당장에 돈 벌어먹어야 사라지는 사람들도 있을 거고.
Regardless of how dangerous the work is, most residents of the city would be out of their fucking minds if they turned down one of these jobs. Bearing in mind, they don't even know the worst parts of these jobs. So, even more reason that they'd have to be mad to turn it down. It'd be like if you were a fucking, like, wannabe actor and you've done, like, 1 or 2 local stage shows or something, and someone was like, yo, do you wanna be in, like, the next big summer film? Unfortunately, it turns out the director of that film is an absolute fucker and your co-stars are awful, and the whole thing is going to trash you mentally, But A, you don't know that, and C, I can't count, I also can't do the alphabet, and B, you'd be out of your fucking mind to turn it down, wouldn't you? Surely. From your perspective in that position. I'm not saying it's right, definitely not saying it's right, but it is reality.
저 의욕 넘치는 친구한테 빨리 정보 얻어야지. 응?
Don't ruin it for him, Ishbel, he's just a little guy.
애새끼 달려듯이 말하지 마세요.
Well, maybe if you stop acting like a baby, she wouldn't have to. Got her, zinged her, that's it, Kanto's over. Ishmael took 5,000 white damage. Get wrecked. I wouldn't say she's actually acting like a baby, she's acting more like a sullen teenager, but there are reasons for it, you know? It's not just that, oh, she's a sullen teenager. There are external and internal things that are making her act this way. I still reserve the right to make jokes, but I'm not going to be as dismissive as I was before, because I don't think that's productive. That's not a productive mindset to approach the Kanto with.
저희가 그럴 정도의 사이는 아니잖아요.
Oh, that's unnecessary. I appreciate that might be true, but it's still unnecessary.
휘둘려주는 것도 이번뿐이에요.
So you conceded the point, but damaged your relationship anyway. You know, that's what she already did this to fucking Gregor. Like, yeah, it was played up for comedy because it was in Hell's Chicken. Y'all remember when Gregor was like, Ishbel's always got my back, and she was like, no. And like, that was a joke, and it was very funny, but also, you'll notice the two of them haven't really spoke since. Like, that had an effect. I'm not going to sit here and say she has no right or reason to push people away, but she is pushing people away, and especially now that she's in the state that she's in. I'm enjoying actually analyzing her character a lot more now that I'm cutting her some slack and trying to see it from her perspective. It makes it more enjoyable to talk about, because yes, there are things she's doing that are not okay. Whatever, we've been there. Now it's about understanding, not condemnation. And understanding is a lot more interesting. To me, at least. I apologize if it isn't to you, truly. I'm not trying to justify myself too much. I'm not trying to apologize over myself too much. I'm just trying to make sure you guys understand, you know. I apologize. I apologize for apologize. Let's just fucking move on, shall we?
알았어.
Nothing flaps Rhodia. She don't give a fuck. Well, she does, but she rolls with it. Rhodia seemed to have noticed that I was following them all along. She signaled me with a quick wink. God, she's so fucking good. Rhodia's so fucking good. And I was able to return to where the other sinners were before they did. And instead of coming immediately back, Rhodia proceeded to turn to Ishmael and go, man, Dante's a fucking loser, right? I can't believe they took that harpoon. What a fucking idiot. And they both laughed for a while and had sardine-flavored ice cream. These have been some good cutscenes. Like, they were good before. It's not that I wasn't enjoying the Kanto before, it's just I was too caught up in how much Ishmael was bothering me. Now I can approach it from a place of attempting to understand, and I am understanding. It's not even as if I'm attempting and failing to understand. I'm getting the perspectives now that I'm allowing myself to do so. I got too wound up before, and now I'm relaxed, and I still don't necessarily like her. But that doesn't mean she's a bad character, and it doesn't mean I can't try and see things from her perspective. And also, I was pretty dismissive of Dante's ability to lead the team, and I do maintain that Dante has a long way to go. Even with their amnesia, they're still not quite doing good enough, but they've made a huge leap forward in progress today. It's damn good. Taking that javelin changed a lot, and that is damn good. And I want to reiterate just one more time, I apologize for laboring these points to you over and over, but I want to reiterate just one more time at the end of this episode, which has been very fun for me, by the way, I've enjoyed this one a lot, that when I criticize these characters and how they act, I am not criticizing the writing. These characters are acting the way they should be. And events are unfolding and progressing the way that they should be, and her insufferable attitude before was precisely the way she was supposed to be. I was and am 100% aware of these things. Now that we're progressing on with the Kanto, I already liked it, I'm liking it even more. I hope this was a little bit better for you. I do want to apologize for how much I was going on about it in the last one. I like to analyze these characters and talk about them, but when it becomes so overwhelmingly negative, I can understand that that's less enjoyable to watch. While I don't intend to mold my opinions to shape them and to change them just to suit what I think you guys want to hear. At the same token, I need to understand when it's time, when I've said enough on it, right? When it's like, okay, I've ragged on this character enough, time to pull back. And I need to do that in real life sometimes as well, because sometimes I push a point if I feel it needs to be made, and people are like, mate, enough. And I get on, yeah, you know what? Maybe there's more I have more in common with Ishmael than I thought. Hey, possibly. Gotta be able to recognize that, but that's an entirely different conversation. Maybe one for the end of the canto, or the tier list video when, you know, after we do the tier list, we'll, I don't know, do a fucking mirror dungeon or a fraction railway or something if I get there in time. We can do a bit more psychological analysis, and then those of you who are interested can stick around for that, and for those of you who just want to experience the story with me, you don't have to sit through it. Right, we can kind of go through that a bit more then. I appreciate I'm doing it a lot now, I'm sorry, but I actually can't physically help myself on that front, and I'm really enjoying trying to engage with her and figure out where she's coming from and see the logic behind her actions. I may not like her, but that doesn't mean she's a bad character. And it doesn't mean she isn't enjoyable to watch, either. Just putting it out there. But that's all from me for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. And after last time's debacle, if you're still here, thank you very much. Special thanks to Lit Potato, Proxy, Caminera, Heartland, Harik J, Dresso, Sion Distance, LOL, Final Legend, Ethrobin, Linky, Xeon Cedar, Bimblewart, Majoko Maimoon, Alkir, Sweet Baby Red, Jessicitty, Plutonium Pie, Dreamer Ghost, Leper Lullaby, K-Bub, Magical, The Frostbite, Monsoon, Warmaster Oku, SCP-106A, Namad, and Kenny T800 for supporting me on Patreon. Thank you so much, guys, and thank you all so much for watching. I feel a lot better about this one than I did about the last one, because I kind of felt before I put the last one up that I was like, this is gonna ruffle some feathers, and by that point it's like, what can I do? I can't just re-record the video because that's lame, and if I start doing that, then that'll put the question in your mind of like, okay, is he just fucking constantly going back over these and like changing it because he doesn't think he's done it properly? Like, I want it to be genuine. But I did get the feeling I was going to ruffle some feathers at the end of the last one, and I feel like maybe some people will be a bit annoyed with me this time because I do yap a bit, but I think it's more productive and interesting conversation than just, man, I'm getting pissed off with Ishmael, right? Maybe I'm wrong, and if I am wrong, then hey, I'm really sorry. Like, I tried to approach this one with a different mindset, and I think I accomplished that. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Whatever happens next time, and I mean, more Canto 5, it's gonna get worse, I'm sure, but that's what we're here for, isn't it? And when it happens, I hope I see you there. Toodles, goodbye.